Once again, I'm here. I'm in another nigga's state. Arsonal versus Loaded Lux. Some say this is Daniel Son versus Miyagi. I say it's destiny.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Direct. Once again, Rap Grid. And I want to break down UW's Alpha and Omega card, which you can purchase a live pay-per-view for at rapgrid.com/Alpha and Omega. That's an N, not an and, not an and symbol. Alpha N Omega. Cool. Yeah, so I want to talk about that battle, but in particular, I want to get a little in depth with Loaded Lux versus Arsonal. There are some good opinions out there. There's some terribly misinformed opinions out there. I just try to keep it real with y'all and give y'all behind the scenes, know the battle rappers, blah blah, etc type of opinion on this shit. So let's see where it goes. First of all, let's talk about Rad B and Charlie Clips. Now, I think Clips is at a point where his competitive level has been rising. He's done good against smaller name opponents. A couple battles in a row now. He's not really in the hot seat like he once was. I feel like he should come with a good performance here. He'll have some flips and some freestyles and shit like that. Rad B, man, he's an interesting one because I feel like at one point, probably a little bit prior to his battle from T-Rex, the first time he was supposed to battle T-Rex, and when it didn't happen, I feel like he was really in the talkings for like a Rookie of the Year type. I feel like his fandom was at an all-time high. People loved what he was doing. And I felt like after he battled T-Rex, people said that he didn't really perform at the level they thought he would. And I see his fanfare going down a little bit, right? So I think this is a make or break moment for him because UW has put all their chips in the Rad B basket as far as, you know, rookies and people they trying to promote. And yeah, if he doesn't do good in this battle with as much visibility is going to be on him, I don't know if he'll ever kind of make it over that hump. So I have Rad B doing really good in this one. I have Charlie Clips still winning. As much slack as you want to give him or whatever you want to say about him, he has arguably the best skill set in battle rap, and he can make people look bad effortlessly at times. So let's see. I think it's gonna be an alright battle, but hopefully it exceeds expectations. Another battle I want to talk about is O-Red and K-Shine. Now, O-Red has had lyrically some of the best performances in battle rap. This year he had a great performance that I loved on an earlier RBE card, and I just think that it's not that he's on and off, is that I feel like when certain situations align properly for O-Red, he kills it. He looks great. He looks like the greatest version of himself. The problem is that it seems like K-Shine, since he's been in NWX, he's just reached a whole nother level. I feel like, you know what it's like? K-Shine is the Super Saiyan version of himself. And ever since he's been in NWX, his hair has been blonde this whole time and the shit hasn't turned back to black. That's how I honestly feel. I feel like K-Shine has stepped his game up lyrically, and his level, lyrically his level isn't going down. Being in a group with, you know, people who are known more for lyricism than he was at first, where in the beginning it was like K-Shine brings energy and a good performance. I feel like he just hasn't dipped back down to black hair K-Shine. So it's hard for me to see O-Red beating K-Shine, because even though O-Red is always lyrically there, I feel like at times his performance isn't there. And I think K-Shine just spazzes out. Like he's hungry, he's remained that. I think this will be a good battle. I think if O-Red can capture that crowd and do what he did in his last battle, this could be battle of the night. I think it should be a good battle, like an 8 out of 10 type joint. So I'm looking forward to that. But I think I'm giving the edge to K-Shine going into that one. So if you're following, I got Charlie Clips winning what I hope to be a good battle, and K-Shine beating old Red probably 2-1, and what I think will be a good battle. And it could be a situation where K-Shine does really good in the building and old Red looks good on camera, because some of the shit he says is fire and you don't catch it off rip. Shotgun Suge and Head Ice. I think this is a perfect matchup. If you just look at like they size and stature and the way they rap, it makes a lot of sense to me. It's funny because I've always been a Head Ice fan and I haven't always been a Shotgun Suge fan, but Suge has made me a believer. I just like his style, and it's refreshing in the land of triple entendres. In the land of triple entendres, you have somebody to just get straight to the point, which is something I always appreciate. Head Ice, King of the Dot Champ. Oh, I'm gonna go with Ice on this one. Why? I couldn't really tell you. I control everything I.C.E. Ice, nigga. That's my reasoning why. But I think this should be good. This could potentially be battle of the night just because the matchup makes so much sense and I like the way they put it together. Also, Alpha and Omega, I'm so happy that it's only 4 battles. Crowd should be energetic the whole time. So if I were them, I would put whatever you perceive to be the weakest battle on this card. I would make sure you put that first, because the crowd usually eats up the first battle of the day just because they're excited to be at a battle rap event. Yeah. So who I got? So I got K-Shine 2-1. I got Clips over Rad B. And I got Ice over Suge, and I can't really call it rounds. I don't know. But I just think it will be a really good battle. I love that matchup. Now let's talk about Arsonal and Loaded Lux, and this blog is for my historians out there, and it's also for the ill-informed. Now, Lux put Arsonal on through the Lions Den movement way back when. Arsonal was dope, but I feel like the first time I felt like Arsonal was a star was when he kind of set up him and Rich Dollars by himself, if you remember that battle. That's when you kind of saw it. I felt like Lions Den kind of planted the seed. And at that time, I never knew if we would see Lux battle again, because he was stepping into an executive role. Things ain't really pan out that way. And then you have Summer Madness 2 when Lux has the crazy performance. We go full circle and somehow we come to this, right? So if I'm going to break Loaded Lux down, there's 5 different versions of Loaded Lux, I believe. First, you have Gray Hoodie Lux. If you're not familiar with Gray Hoodie Lux and you're a newer fan, it's the Loaded Lux that battled Midwest Miles, Young Miles, Midwest Miles, on Smack DVD. Just lyrically, swag-wise, everything. Lux was on 10 in this battle. This is the best version of Lux, and people keep saying they want to see Gray Hoodie Lux again. You won't ever see Gray Hoodie Lux again, and I give you a couple reasons why. The first reason is it was in an era where people were hungry. They didn't care about the money, none of this shit. They just wanted to be heard. When you have some type of success and achieve some type of monetary gain from, you know, a platform like this, your attitude changes. Now, some people are able to keep the hunger and keep the competitive spirit, but I just think Lux mentally was in a different space. His reasoning for doing that battle is a little different from why he would do a battle like this. So I don't think you're ever going to see Gray Hoodie Lux again. I haven't even seen Lux wear Gray Hoodie after this. I'm the king, I coupons, now cut it out. Then you have Loaded Lux versus Calico, which I feel like we could see that Loaded Lux again, but it's I feel like it's time specific. Loaded Lux has the ability to capture an audience in almost a way that no one else could in battle rap, and really just make them hang off of every single lyric and bring things back to a point. I think the thing with Loaded Lux vs. Calico is that only works, that type of performance only works on a specific opponent. So even though we can see that Loaded Lux again, we probably won't see it unless he's booked versus a loophole dude. The loophole dude is jump through one of these fucking battle rap Mario 8-2 warp pipes and jump through a loophole and just hit him with some shit you can't hit no one else with, right? So then you have the Hollow Lux, which is what I believe is we're most likely to see. It's a Lux that performs on a high level, gives the crowd what they want, and he comes with a theme and he sticks to it. Yeah, I mean, if we got this, let's say Lux does 3 more battles and we get this Lux for the rest of his career, no one's gonna complain. Lux vs. Hollow, one of the greatest battles of all time. Stand up niggas don't lean. You get it. Once again, if you don't know what I'm talking about or you just haven't seen these battles, just watch them before you watch Lux vs. Arsonal and you'll see what I'm talking about. Then we got the Mook Lux, not the first Mook Lux, the second Mook Lux. We don't want to see that, but I think this is where you see chinks in Lux's armor, because someone like Mook, who's very direct, straight to the point, and he's a strategist, and he's an angle-based rapper, I feel like is Lux's weakness, because even though he says he's like a breakdancer that does all these ill moves, but technically he's not scoring the points. And I'm saying, not saying all the time, I'm saying when he battles an angle-based rapper that can kind of cut into him for that, that's what it looks like, you know? And Lux doesn't really have, from what I've seen, he doesn't really have a rebuttal to, yo, you're not, all your lyrics don't make sense, blah, 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 blah. I feel like he comes with an angle, he sticks to it, but he doesn't, when he, in his preparation process, he doesn't write rebuttals that can combat against that type of thing. Then the last Lux you have is Lux versus Charlie Clips, which I feel like is the squeak by Lux. Like, he's good, you know what I'm saying? You watch the tape back, he has some good footage, but it's not just, it makes people say, damn, he got paid 20 racks for this performance? So, you're not gonna get Gray Hoodie Lux. You could get Lux vs. Calico. Hopefully we get Lux vs. Hollow. We damn sure shouldn't get Lux vs. Mook. And I hope we don't get the Lux vs. Charlie Clips. So what I'm trying to say is, Loaded Lux should be good in this battle. Now Arsonal. I think you have 3 types of Arsonal. I know I'm doing battle rap math and I hope I don't lose y'all, but just stick with me here. So you have the shoddy horror Arsonal, which is probably the greatest type of Arsonal, just energetic, in your face, disrespectful, but lyrically he's on point. He's saying hot shit. He's hitting all kind of different topics and he's connecting with the crowd. That is the best Arsonal. We get that Arsonal sometimes. We got that Arsonal versus Cortez. We got that Arsonal versus DNA. Sometimes it just, I feel like we get that Arsonal when he has enough time to prepare. He's chilling and there's no pressure on him. He just wants to give a good performance. Then you got the Hitman Arsonal. Squibbles, clarinets, and shit like that. We don't want to see that Arsonal. I'm not going to talk about it no more. Then you have the Big T Arsonal. Now, I feel like a lot of Arsonal fans may not have seen Arsonal versus Big T. I was there live. And this is when Arsonal does the Super Spirit Bomb, Kamehameha, connect with the crowd, every line hits, and there's nothing you can do to stop him. Kind of like the Conceited battle, but that battle just looks different on camera. It looks better for both of them on camera. I was there live. It's Arsonal Spirit Bombs. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully we get Shoddy Horror Arsonal versus the Hollow Lux. Now, here's why some people aren't expecting big things out of this battle. It's because Arsonal, even though he's a competitor, he shows up every time. He doesn't really choke that often. He's prepared for the most part. It's a weird match because you look at Lux, you want to see him in lyrical warfare and you want to argue about whose bars was better and stuff like that. But he's such a big star and not a lot of the huge stars in battle rap like that. So it makes for awkward matchups because he's not going to battle a lot of those type of people. This is Arsonal's last battle. he's gonna go out with a bang. Arsonal has said some of the illest shit I've ever heard, and he said some stuff that I didn't really like that much. But what I will say is this. I feel like Arsonal doesn't want to lose this battle. I feel like he wants to style on Lux. And regardless of what some people may think, I know personally that Arsonal is one of the few top tier battle rappers who really cares. And that means a lot. Usually the legends bring out the best in people. Both of these guys happen to be legends. We'll see. Lux should use his last few battles as fuel. Lux is one of the illest to ever do it. And I also think that at right times that UW stage brings the best out of people. If you can't be in the building, go to rapgrid.com/alpha and omega with an N, like Nas album. Alpha and Omega. Order the pay-per-view. Or go to your friend's house and have a nacho cheese party and watch the pay-per-view. Loaded Lux and Arsonal. Shouldn't disappoint. We not getting gray hoodie Lux. I hope we get hollow Lux. We not gonna get Hitman Arsonal. But we might get the DNA of Shotty Arsonal. I hope so. I'll be in the building. That's what I want to see. Holla.